What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had a great start to their weeks. It is Monday. Boo. Boo. But it's the end of Monday, which is good. I'd say. I'd personally posit that it being the end of Monday is better than it being the beginning of Monday. Like, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about your trains of thought here, but personally, in my humble opinion, I think that the end of Monday is better than the beginning. Anyway, today we are doing some more shiny hunting for shiny Regice. Last stream, we started off at about 700 encounters. We ended off at just over 1,000, and it's because I miscounted, actually, and I was using the wrong shiny total, encounter total. Now I've got the right one though, which is good, which is ideal. So we're functioning off the correct ones. Names are Mail Me Out. Maybe like James, like Team Rocket. Love that guy. But yeah, shiny Regice, shiny hunting. I think we should get right into the gaming. Boom. Let me just pull up some tabs and then we can start. Yeah, my computer crashed the other day. From Windows 11. I don't have Windows 11. I have Windows 10. But Windows really wants me to have Windows 11. I've talked about this before, talk about it again. It really wants me to have Windows 11. The other day, it came up with this like big screen-wide pop-up to like grab my attention, being like, you should upgrade to Windows 11. With like a little tiny button that appeared about 5 seconds into the screen that said, no, I don't want that, fuck off. And when I clicked it, my computer crashed. I don't know why, but my gut's telling me that was like a deliberate move. A deliberate attempt from the Windows... what's it called? The Windows bourgeoisie trying to get me to update my computer so they could monitor. I'm gonna stop sounding like a crackheaded conspiracy theorist. Hey Moise, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. But yeah, no, it just annoys me because like a lot of stuff on my computer got fucked over by it. Like the microphone input got fucked up by it, so I had to like reset up my mic. On stream, Discord, I don't think anything else uses my mic, but if it does, I'm gonna have to reset it to like my microphone, because it always just defaults to my headphone microphone, which is not a good one. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. If you ever hear my mic really crispy and shit, be like, Cahir, wrong mic. And I'll be like, oh no, that's horrible. Why did it do that? But yeah, I think I should be on the right mic now. But it's just irritating. But then other than that, like it fucked with like my phone's connection to the PC, which meant I had to resync it, or my tracking wouldn't work, which is annoying. It's just a whole thing. Anyway, Babra the Abra as an Alakazam will be OP. It will be. Alakazam's really cool. Just making sure it doesn't get hit by an attack. Otherwise, then it won't be as cool, because it will be dead. Someone called you a weird name, and you know what it means. They called you Daddy. Oh, that is weird. I think we as a society need to, like, take a step back from calling actual people, like, who aren't their biological parents, Daddy and Mummy, you know? Like, I think it just happens too much now. Like, okay, you find them attractive. That's still weird. It's not a compliment, you're just being a weirdo. Like, I've been called Daddy on a couple of occasions. Not that many, but a couple. And, it's weird. I'd never know how to respond to it. I think from now on, though, I'm gonna point and laugh. I think that laughter's the best medicine. apart from that, everything's good. Hell yeah. How am I? I'm pretty decent, thanks. I thought about hunting Eevee today. Again, trying to do that again. So I spent like a decent chunk of time going through days to like get an Eevee, and I got an Eevee outbreak. In basically the same place as before, because if you get an Eevee outbreak in like the olive pitch, Pokemon don't spawn there, but outbreaks can still appear there. Because I don't fucking know. Like, outbreaks don't have to appear in places where Pokemon can actually spawn well. For whatever reason, there's no, like, guarantee that the Pokemon can actually spawn well in the location of the outbreak. So, both of my Eevee like, outbreaks so far have just been in the middle of things. It's dumb. I haven't played BDSP in a while. You're probably going to use it to transfer Pokemon over to a Scarlet and Violet. Can't you just use home? Or do you mean you're just going to transfer Pokemon from BDSP to Scarlet Violet when Bank comes out? Hopefully, in a week. So we are a week from Pokemon Day now. We are only a week, which is pretty exciting. I'm interested to see if we will be able to, like, back transfer Pokemon now. Because, like, that's never been a thing in the past, to be clear. You've never been able to do that before. So, like, I feel like there's enough hints to suggest that it might be a thing. But, like, don't go into the Direct thinking that that is going to be a thing. But, I think with this whole new limited Pokedex thing, they're going to be more willing to be more lenient. And I think that it's going to be a thing now, where, like, you'll be able to transfer Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet into Legends Arceus, Sword and Shield, BDSP, like, any of them around. Not Let's Go, though, for whatever reason, because Let's Go's, like, systems mean that the Pokemon have to be, like, translated into, like, other games. So you can't transfer Pokemon from Sword and Shield to Let's Go, for example, only one way round. You need a Grassy Surge Rillaboom in your Sword and Shield game. That's understandable. Oh, and you'll be able to get that with the Ability Patch, won't you? Ability Patch is going to be fucking great, dude. If, like, you can back transfer. If not, they're still pretty good anyway. Like, just being able to give any Pokemon their hidden ability is, like, a pretty fucking busted thing. I'm a fan of it. I'm a big fan. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I do hope that it's not like a announcement that home is going to be ported, because like we had to wait ages last year for like home support for Legends Arceus and BDSP. I don't think it was the 27th, I think it was like April that we got the transfer thing. But I think that it was delayed so long because of these games here, because it's really easy to duplicate Pokemon in these games. So like they wanted to make sure that like a bunch of hacked Pokemon weren't going to hit the GTS. Which I think is a decently fair thing. And that's not really an issue with Scarlet and Violet, so unless the patches that they need to do Scarlet and Violet are going to get in the way of that. Because, from what I understand, the patch that's coming to Scarlet and Violet soon isn't the last patch. We will be getting more patches. We have a Secret Ability Pincurchin, Secret Ability Indeedee. We don't have Secret Ability Weezing or Secret Ability Rillaboom. That's understandable. I mean, yeah, I don't think... I think you need the DLC to get Hidden Ability Rillaboom, or probably an event they did at some point. I'm interested to see... Well, I guess they won't. I was going to be like, how the Sword and Shield starters are going to perform in the new meta, but I guess they won't be performing in the new meta, because they're not in the Pokedex. You know? Although I guess, no, wait, you can catch them in the current game, can't you? Because you can get Cinderace, which might mean that it becomes VGC viable. I don't know how VGC, like, viability works, anyway. By the way, your brother did something, inverted some colors, and you don't know how to turn it off. Wait, no, I used to be a fucking menace in school, I might know how. Let me just get to my, like, desktop. Okay. Display settings? Graphic settings. No. Okay, no, they've changed things. Never mind. I know how to do it on like Windows 7, but I don't know how to do it on this. I apologize. Google is your friend though. I find that is generally a thing. Is that Google is there for assistance. So if you can be as specific as possible on Google, like type in your operating system and everything, then there might be a good answer to the issue. On Scarlet and Violet, there's a rare chance to get ability patches through 5-star raids, exactly, which is a very cool feature. Hidden abilities for everyone, wow! Which I guess makes them less hidden nowadays. I mean, hidden abilities aren't really hidden to begin with now, I guess. They're just like the third ability that you can't get via normal gameplay normally. But like, at this point, the hidden ability Pokemon aren't like that hard to get. I mean, I guess they haven't been hard to get since Gen 6, actually, now that I think about it. But, like, now you can just slap a patch on any Pokemon. The Terra-type Pokemon, they all have their hidden abilities. Like, Raids fixed the issue. I don't even think it was Raids, I think it was, Dexnab, honestly. Like, there were some Pokemon you could get hidden abilities with via Dexnab, obviously. But, like, I think Dexnab was where, like, Dexnab and Friend Safari. I'd say more Dexnab than Friend Safari, because while Friend Safari did let you get hidden abilities, you needed a bunch of people on your friends list for that. And, like, I don't have friends? What do you mean? But yeah, then Dexnab came along and you could get hidden abilities and egg moves from that. It's interesting how much they've, like, streamlined the process. I was talking about this the other stream, but I kind of wonder how much, if they streamlined it too much at this point. Like, I feel like they want competitive Pokemon to be as accessible as possible, but at points they're sacrificing other parts of the role-playing aspect of the games. Which, But then again, I guess nowadays the whole role-playing aspect of the games isn't necessarily entirely reliant on building, like, a story for your team and an attachment to your team. Because, like, especially since Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, it feels like there's a huge focus on the Pokedex, which means you're meant to be constantly switching out your Pokemon as you go along, instead of necessarily, like, forming long-standing attachments to the digital creatures, as happened often in older games. Needs to reset its EVs, because you should change it into a screen setter with Parting Shot. That's understandable, your EVs are attack and speed. Oh, yeah, no, those aren't good for that. Best of luck getting the berries. Is there an easy berry method in Scarlet Violet? Can't remember. Honestly, berry accessibility peaked with the berry pots in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where you could just carry around the berries and harvest them as you please. Like, that was fucking great, dude. I fucking loved the portable berry pots. Actually, like, one of the best key items in Pokemon's history. Dude, I need to replay Heart Gold, Soul Silver. They're fucking great, dude. We'll see. Rabbit thought the worst shiny doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't. Shiny Regice is a great shiny. You see, you really need to appreciate the intricacies and nuance of the slightly different shade of blue that shiny Regice is. I think it really helps represent life and rebirth, you know? I think, like, philosophically, it really makes sense when you think about it. Right. By the way, if you have to scrub someone, let it be quiet, kid. That's understandable, that's understandable. I feel like people always dislike it when people are quiet. And that annoys me. Like, you don't have to have something to say all the time. Like, you ever get those, like, snide comments from, like, adults when they're like, oh, well, you don't have much to say, oh, you should speak up more. It's dumb. I think that people should let people be a lot more. Instead of, like, this massive focus and, like, everybody constantly being chatty as possible. Like, especially, like, if it's, like, late at night and you're just tired, you know? It's dumb as hell. Anyway. Are you struggling financially in Scarlet and Violet? Here's how to get rich quick. Open for... Oh, wait. This is Pokemon. Get a gold Dengo with Amulet coin and spam Make It Rain. That's fair. I find, doing raids is also a pretty good way to get money. Like, Make It Rain is probably a good way to get money quick if you're in dire need of it immediately. But, like... I find if you do raids every week or so, just the shit that you can get from that. Instant, like... grand. Not grand. 100 grand. Of money. Which is pretty cool. I appreciate it when Pokemon games have, like, good money options in the post-game. And Scarlet and Violet definitely do well with that, I think. Also, what mon would I want as a Paradox? Personally, you want to see Bidoof be fused with every legendary as a past mon. I feel like that's a fair thing to want. But it's also like asking Santa Claus for a pony. But like Killer Paradox Bidoof would be fun though. And Shiny Hunt. You at least try to get lucky with random shinies. That's fair, I don't know, I just like the hunt. I like the thrill of the hunt. No, yeah, honestly though, like, I do like the hunt to get there. It's always satisfying if you've, like, spent a while looking for a shiny, getting it. Definitely, like, one of my favorite feelings. I don't do it to use the shinies, that's for certain, because I never fucking do. They just stay in my box and rot. But yeah, Paradox Pokemon. What Pokemon would I want to see as a Paradox Pokemon? I can't remember if I answered this the last time it came up. Because there are, like, a lot of cool options. Oh, I know, actually. It was interesting seeing, like, that, what's it called? The fact that they fused Gardevoir and Gallade. Imagine if they fused Frostlass and Glalie. I don't know how they do it. Like, I don't really know how they do that. Because Gardevoir and Gallade have, like, very similar body types. So it makes it easy to, like, make them into, like, one thing. What was it called? No brains today. I think it'd be interesting to see how they'd fuse Glalie and Frostlass into, like, one thing. As, like, a future or past Paradoxmon. I'd say future, just because I like the future ones more. Advertisement. Try shiny hunting on the Nintendo Switch. Spam the A and home button. You'll be having a fun time. I mean, like, it's not about the actions having to be fun. I think a repetitive task is sometimes good for the brain. Like, it's not about the shiny hunting that's fun. It's... My brain just shut down. It's like... Yeah, it's like not necessarily the method. I don't think. Like, shiny hunting is dull as hell if you're just sitting in a silent room shiny hunting. You gotta have like a podcast or be streaming and talking with people. Or something like that. You never want shiny hunting to be like the main activity you're doing. Because it does not occupy your brain. Game Freak, what do you want for Christmas? You want a dragon? Be more realistic. I'd like Mega Evolutions to return. I mean, there are rumors, aren't there? I don't know, I'm not gonna buy into them, actually. Because I find whenever, like... People buy into rumors too quick, I think. Especially in the Pokemon community. And then they end up getting disappointed when the rumors aren't true. Pokemon stars! You spam the left click button in your Roblox Pokemon games to try to get PvPs, understandable. Also, what's my favourite shiny pseudo? Metagross. Metagross is a really cool shiny pseudo. That gold X fucking slaps. I also like how it became, like, canonically Steven's ace. Like, I know it didn't... Steven doesn't use it in Auras, but, like, I like that often in official materials, Steven's Metagross is depicted as shiny. Dragon Ball. Dragon Balls is also pretty cool. It's much more of, like, a subtle change, though. I don't know. Also, hot take, I do kind of like Dragonites, but, like... Look at my overlay. I'm sure you can picture why am I like Dragonite. Why am I like shiny Dragonite? And Gambit is sus when it moves on Let's Go mode. What does that even mean? What? You can't just call everything sus. Huh? He's just sitting down on his hair. Like a feudal lord. What? He's just sliding. Like a dog with worms, but that's not the point. Favorite subtle shiny. This has got to go to Bufalon, Gourgeist, and Cryogonal. Gourgeist is not a subtle shiny. The Gorge changes color entirely. It's like purple instead of orange. Cryogonal is subtle. Gourgeist, I don't know what Bufalons look like though, so. I don't know, I do kind of like shiny Gengar. I think it's just because I've got so many at this point that, like, I've developed a, what's it called? Stockholm Syndrome. You like Smeargle, it learns Fire Blast. That's actually a good point, that's kind of cool. Imagine, like, Smeargle with, like, multi-type. Or Protein. Protein Smeargle and its tail changes color depending on its type. That would slap. That would be really cool, I think. Alright. Someone had a PFP of a Bidoof Queen's Guard hat. As but you fell in love that day, understandable. I don't know, I always feel bad for, like, Queen's Guard guys, where people, like, try to make them laugh, like random tourists try to fuck with them. Because, like, apparently they can get fired for, like, stepping out of line. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know if that's true, actually. I can't guarantee that that's true, but I've heard that it's true. On the internet. And no one ever lies on the internet. So, like, it must be correct, surely. But, like, it must suck to just, like, I don't know, constantly be annoyed like that. Learns Hydro Pump, Hurricane, Solar Beam. Well, it learns everything. It's Smeargle. That's the point of it. Although it doesn't learn Dark Void anymore, right? I don't think it can use Dark Void. It can learn Dark Void, but it can't use it. I think that's the dub. Which is funny. By the way, in Kirby Star Allies, the hardest boss you faced, spoiler alert, Corrupt Mage Sisters, Not because it's hard, but the lag. Oh, I fucking hate that. Laggy games. Chattel, thoughts? Yeah? What? Chattel? He's cool, I guess? To be fair, Chatter in Pokemon mode playthrough, that guy was the GOAT. Love that guy. Chatter fucking confuses all the time. With Chatter. Your dad, I got 99 in math. Daddy's a Pokemon fan. It's not 100%, it's 50%. Alright. You don't know what you were saying. Understandable, I don't either, ever. I just open my mouth and words come out. I think that there's like a part of my brain that produces like what I say, but it's not connected to anything like intelligent. Sometimes you say random shit. I say random shit as like a phrase often. It's a fun one. Although I think I need to stop swearing as much because like the new Susan stepped down as the CEO of YouTube, and like a new guy stepped up. You might be thinking, oh, that's great. No, it's not. He was adver. You're sorry, huh? No, I was just saying I need to stop swearing. You don't worry. You can say what you want. But yeah, I'm just again letting brain spill because like, but basically, new YouTube guy, new YouTube CEO. Other than like advocating for YouTube videos being turned into NFTs and the support of the dislike button removal, he's like advocating for like no swearing on YouTube, and now he's CEO of the platform. So maybe I need to start cutting back on that a little bit. Maybe I need to stop swearing as much. Maybe I need to pull an RT game and replace all my swears with YouTube. That, or again, ironically enough, start saying random shit instead of swears. That could be fun. Turtle's an interesting mod. It actually got banned in competitive Pokemon for the mic usage. Oh yeah, no, I imagine that. Not imagine that. I remember that. It was a cool mechanic, but it was kind of poorly thought through, given the fact that you could just let anybody say anything into the mic, and you can't really filter it easily. They can just say anything. Use battle theme's good. Use battle theme slaps. What's your favorite rival battle theme, guys? I think I really like Nemona's. Nemona's is definitely a really good one. It always gets me hype. Other than that, Gladion's also got a very good one. But I think the Monas takes the cake for me. It's just very high energy, matches her well, but also gets you hyped for battle. It just works well. You're doing gymnastics in PE. Yo. You gotta spin on that ball, right? I don't know, I've not done PE in ages. Thankfully. My face when the VTuber doesn't like doing physical activity. What a shock. What a surprise. Bet no one saw that coming ever. I like walks though. More for the scenery. I like the vibes, you know. Compared with some of those idiotic people in your class, I feel like that's just sod's law, innit? Like, in any given situation, teachers somehow know exactly who to not pair you with. And then pair you with them. Out of spite? Out of just general ignorance? Who fucking knows? I'm not a teacher. I've never taught anything in my life. I'm like an anti-teacher. I sap knowledge from people around me. That'd be a cool ability. Did I be the champion? I did, yes. We lost to alcoholism too, though. Which isn't that great. I need to do some grinding off screen, actually, tomorrow. Get more Pokemon up ready for the remaining battles, because I will be doing Rainbow Rocket. As I've said, we will be doing Rainbow Rocket in the Nuzlocke, which will be very cool, I think. Where did Simon die? Yeah. Yeah, Simon died to Mina. Mina's Gramble, because it used Play Rough, which broke Sturdy, and then it used Earthquake. And Simon just died. He's my favourite evil team leader. You also gotta be Ghetsis and Lysandre. Both have slapping themes, good teams. Or at least Lysandre and Usan. Good themes. After that, the evil teams were shit. What's it called? I don't know, I like Team Star. I think Team Star was like a nice kind of riff on the evil team thing. I like Lusamine and Sun and Moon as a villain. I think she's a good one. But like, in general, I'd say my favorite evil team leader, hands down, has got to be Guzma. I fucking love Guzma. Guzma's so cool. I don't know about Lysandre, though, personally. Team Fledge doesn't really hit for me. A bit dry. Like burnt food. Cyrus, that's fair. Cyrus is also cool. Sir Kibble-Kazan, hello! Good afternoon! Have a great Monday, kid! Thank you! You have a great Monday as well! His 3D texture is weird when you battle him. Cyrus's. Or Lysandre's. Like, yeah, because, like, Lysandre has a good theme, I'll give him that. And I like his design, but he's kind of, like, phrased as if he's meant to be a twist villain, it feels like. But he obviously is the leader of Team Flare because of his bright red hair. It's like, wait a minute, Lysandre's the evil guy? What? Who would have known? Hey, Rob, how goes it? I hope your Monday's been going well. Things are pretty solid in this corner. I hope things are solid in yours. Oh, right, yeah. No, I got a cool thing today, Rob. Because you were mentioning this earlier. You were mentioning spearmint polos. Well, the other day I went on Amazon because I was like, well, I kind of want just a big box of polos. Because if I get a big box of polos, then I don't have to get, like, the individual 4-packs. I can just get a big box and be set for a while. Like, for a lot longer than I would be with a 4-pack. So I went online and looked for, like, big boxes of polos. And the cheapest option was peppermint. Not peppermint, spearmint. I've not tried them yet, no, but it's my room now smells of spearmint. It's cool. I'm not sure my cat appreciates it. I don't think she likes mints that much, but I want to finish my current pack of polos first before delving into the next one. Because I'm still, like, I'm most of the way through, like, the final pack of, like, a 4-pack I got the other week. But now I just got a big box. It's a 32-pack of them. I sent you an image on Discord. I'm not sure if you've seen it. But it's a 32-pack. It's fucking great. I had to order it on my dad's Amazon, though, because they've stopped doing free shipping on Amazon. I might have mentioned this before, because I definitely had to order something on Amazon before. But, like, what was it called? No brains, actually. I've decided no brain. No, yeah, like, I went on it to order them, and it was like, oh yeah, this will be like 17 quid with shipping, and it's like 12 quid normally, and there's just no other shipping options now, which, like, I guess because, like, petrol and stuff, just seeing it, wow, that's a huge book. It fucking is. It's great. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to digging into it. It's gonna last a while as well, which is good. Like, I like it when I have stuff that can, like, last me a while. Like, if the apocalypse happened tomorrow, I would be set for polos. I would be set. Oh yeah, I watched episode 3 of Last of Us, which I'm not. If you guys haven't seen it, you won't know. But it was a good one. It like took a detour away from the main story to focus on like some side characters who seemingly won't have much of a presence in the series going forward either. But like, it was still a good episode of like television and of the series. Like, despite the fact that it was so detached from the main plot. Like, I've not played the Last of Us game, so I can't comment on how like advertisements go away. I need to remember to put adblock on Firefox. Anyway, what was I saying? Last of Us. But yeah, it's like, I don't know how similar it is to the game. I've not played the game. So I can't really comment on like how accurate it is, and if it does anything better or worse and whatnot. But like, one thing I have got to commend it on is like, it keeps on having these little cutaways and stuff that kind of like flesh out the world a bit and help with the world building and like getting you more attached to the world in general. And I think it does a really fucking bang up job at that. Beyond the advertisements, or I will banish they myself, exactly. Fucking. I hope we never, like, I don't know if more shit like that's happened and I just don't know. Emily, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's been going well so far. I hope you've been well. That's cool. You still need to watch it, but from what you've heard, it's pretty similar. But yeah, there's far more world in it. But while you're a bit late, was watching the Sherlock series. Understandable. I've never really watched that, but I kind of don't want to, because I don't like Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know, I'm okay with Benedict Cumberbatch. Like, I don't like him as a person. He's good as an actor. As a person, I don't really like him. And I don't know, the series just never really appealed to me. It's not really just because I don't like him, but I don't, to be clear. Because, when asked about, like, Sherlock being autistic, he was like, no, you shouldn't give autistic people false hope that they can achieve something great. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said from what I understand. Which is fucked up. He also said that about Alan Turing. And unlike Sherlock Holmes, Alan Turing was actually autistic. That's not a disputable fact. But yeah, I won't really be able to watch shit like that without just thinking of that. And I mean, in general, I don't know. It's just never really appealed to me. Good, even though your Switch battery almost died because of the SD card. Look on the side, and it wouldn't load anything. Oh shit, that's not great. I hope that it's all running well now. But yeah. I don't know, it's fucked up to find out that like actors like that just kind of have those shitty takes. But I guess that's like kind of what you get from those kind of people being, what's it called? Flawed human beings that don't idolize actors. Or anyone really. I mean, no, do idolize people, like don't like worship people. That's the cut advice. You don't have an SD card, you have to reinstall the game to play them. Ah, that's irritating, yeah, no. My SD card isn't that big, so I sometimes have to do that. But most of the games I just get on physically, because I prefer physical games anyway. We kind of got banned, so you're confused about why it wasn't working. As in your YouTube account or your Switch account? Alright. But yeah, Last of Us is good. It's interesting to see Pedro Pascal. Like, he's in a lot of big things at the moment, it feels like. Like, he's, like, definitely one of, like, the bigger actors of, like, the 2020s so far. With, like, that and Mandalorian and stuff. It's kind of whack. I wasn't banned from your Switch, or are you confused why it wasn't loaded? Ah, fair, fair. No, yeah, good at loading now, though. Oh, wait, no, you never clarified. It is loading now, though, right? Yep. Do I like Yu-Gi-Oh? Not through, like, any spite. No, yeah, I've never really got into it. I know it. I think I watched, like, one. I watched a few episodes from the anime, but, like, not of, like, the Yu-Gi anime. It was, like, another character. But never really hooked me. So, not really. But it's not... I don't, like, hate it or anything. I just don't really have any attachment. You sometimes watch it. That's fair, that's fair. No, yeah, I just haven't really delved into it. It seems cool, but since I never really had it as my cup of tea, I'm not really sure it will ever be my cup of tea going forward. The monster collecting franchise I've become unreasonably obsessed with is Pokemon. But yeah. You can't play Switch though. Kinda need upgrades so it won't delete your accounts permanently or save file without that. Oh shit, that is not fun. Hopefully you can get those upgrades soon. Oh, but yeah, I saw an interesting post recently. So, like, I have always known the alternate art. So, like, there's the Ken Sugimori art for Pokemon. Like, that's, like, the main art of them. But then there's always, like, that other bit of art with, like, the thicker borders and stuff. Bob Jr.'s Evolving? Hell yeah. I've always known, like, the thicker lined art is, like, the Dreamworld art. Because initially it was made for the Dreamworld with Pokemon Black and White. But, like, the Dreamworld is kind of, like, it's not really a thing anymore, and it hasn't been for a really long time. But the art's still being produced, even though we have had 4 generations of Pokemon since then that don't have Dreamworld art, because they were never in the Dreamworld. But, like, in my head, it's still, oh, that's the Dreamworld art. And I just find that funny. Yeah. So you have one more card to buy before you get the full 151 of the base set. You love this. Guess which mon you still need. Scyther. Scyther, it's Scyther. Really want to tell someone this, you've been holding for a really long time. A lot of people in my year are nice when they see you, but they're different when you're not around. I mean, I'm a streamer, man. I can't really comment on the socialities of your class, dude. I'm gonna be blunt. It sucks to hear. I'm sorry you're going through that, but I don't really have any deeper answer than kids are assholes, well, people are assholes sometimes. True, got it in one! I was just like, what's the most ironic card? What's the most ironic card for Rob to not have so far? And yeah. I'm surprised that's the one you didn't have. You just wanted to tell someone that. Get off your back. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. A Scyther card's like very expensive, or do you think you'll be able to get it easily? Although, I guess getting Pokemon cards at the moment must be kind of hard because of Logan Paul. It's just one of the more expensive ones. Ah, it is. It is. That's not fun. Hopefully you can get it soon though. But yeah, like not that long ago, you could get what's it called? Like older packs of cards for like cheaper than retail price. But nowadays, nah. No chance in hell. It's fucking whack. How one single guy fucked up the card economy that much. Well, I guess some people must be having a field day with the raise in price. I don't know, I guess there's always the funny comment that's like, oh yeah, those will be worth so much in 10 years, and like, yeah. You haven't really collected Pokemon cards in a really long time. You still keep your current collection of over 2,000, and some cards are really good. That's fair, I don't really collect, like, I go through, like, phases. I got some of them... I got into it again about 2 years ago, actually, oh fuck. That's kinda whack. I mean, almost 2 years ago at this point. I got, like, one of the big collector boxes and stuff, and I got into the trading card game online. But I go through, like, phases. Overall. But, like, I still like them. I think if I had, like, more money, I'd get them more. I remember when I worked my old job, I used to, like, when there were Pokemon cards in stock there, I'd often pick up a set as well. Which was fun. Yeah, bought your Charizard for like 20. Now you think it's worth around 90. Holy shit, that is a lot more. Kinda whack and a bit gross. Because like you hear stories about like whenever stores like get cards in stock, people just come along and like buy the whole box. Back to what you said before about your year above. Some people are actually nice and friendly. I mean, that's good, but I'm gonna be blunt anyways. YouTube streams aren't really the place to have these kind of conversations. Like, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, but like, they're probably better people to confide these kind of feelings in who can actually like properly focus on and replicate your stuff than like me, funny streamer man who's trying to entertain. Bluntly put, who's trying to entertain and get a Regice of a. It's a different blue. Trust me, the blue it's a different one. It's not the same blue. A little bit. Right. But yeah, lost in slightly different blue, precisely. The blue, it's not the same, and that's why it's worth it. Because the blue, instead of being like one blue, it's a different blue. It's worth it, trust me. I've spent hours on this, but it's for a reason. It's it's gonna be worth it. When we get it in about 5,000 encounters, I think. Rough estimate, about 5,000 more encounters. All praise to Spiro. Oh, okay, yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. Spiro in the context of shiny hunting annoys me. Because, my first 2 random shinies in Sun and Moon were a Fearow and then a Spiro. Like, I was happy when I got the Fearow. That was really exciting. But then it, like, different... It's the second one I got was a Spiro. And I was like, no, I don't want both of these. I have no desire for having both of them. No. No, thank you. No. Slightly darker blue, precisely. And that's worth something, I think. Maybe. Is my cat up? I feel like I heard a noise. She's been snoozing today, it's bonkers. Well, I guess she does that most of the time. She's a talented snoozer. Like... I don't know, people describe cats like they're like demonic entities sometimes. Like they're horrid creatures of demons and stuff. From my experience, they just sleep most of the day. From my experience, the average cat day is about 20 hours sleeping, 4 hours not doing that, 4 hours wandering around aimlessly, meowing at things, and about 10 minutes of that is running around like a crazy cat. I don't know, the stereotype is like they get like beans at like 4 AM. Mine doesn't. She gets beans at like 4 PM in the afternoon. And then about 2 minutes later, she's on my bed, fast asleep. Like, it's a shame being a tiger. Because it'd be fun to be a cat and sleep most of the day, and no one would judge you for that. Like, when I sleep most of the day, my dad judges me. But when my cat sleeps most of the day, it's fine, she can do it. She gets a free pass. Ridiculous. Why does the Elite 4 music from Gen 6 get good when you beat them? Have you considered beating them slower? I think that's a good fix to that issue. Right. Submela Radio. Hello, welcome to the stream. How goes it? I hope your week's been going well so far. Doesn't C418, aka the creator of the original Minecraft music. I saw him being pretty basic about trans rights the other day, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, the music slaps, so. It's a shame they couldn't get him on for, like, doing more of it after 1.13, but, like, what's it called? Lena Rain stuff is still really good. She brought some good vibes to the Nether, I think. He's on Spotify too, hell yeah. No, yeah, I've not listened to like any of his personal music, I just know his Minecraft stuff. With that Minecraft stuff, like, especially since, you know, it's a game I, like, played when I was younger. It's nice and nostalgic now. I guess that was not the cat up. I think she's back asleep at the least. I don't know, sometimes she'll sit up on her pillow, stare at me for a bit, and then go back to sleep. Jealous. Anyway. Oh yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. So, like, technically the moon is more important than the sun. Because, like, the moon emits a lot more light during the night when it's, like, dark out. But the sun, it might be really bright, but it's during the day when it's bright anyway, so it's a bit useless. You know? Like, if the sun shone at night, then, like, obviously it'd be a bit better, because it'd, like, help you see better. But, like, because it's during the day, it's just a bit redundant, you know? Just a bit pointless to have around, isn't it? Like, if you got rid of the sun, I don't think you'd notice that much. Because it'd still be quite bright. But if you got rid of the moon, it'd be really dark at night. You know? And I just don't think that'd be ideal. I just don't think that'd be a good thing at all. Alright. We are chugging through these encounters. Regice. Bob Jr. has Dig and Brick Break. Hell yeah. You survived the Hollywood Tower of Terror in Disneyland of your midterm. Hell yeah, I hope you had fun there. I don't know, I've not been to Disneyland since I was like 12. It was funny, because when I went, when we went to, like... No, I'm talking about Disney World, sorry. Florida. The Florida one. Like, yeah, we went to Florida when I was like 12. I've not been to the Paris one. But, no, I got my train of thought back online. Yeah, when I was 12, we went to Disney World, and okay, we went to Florida in general. We did more things in Florida, but Disney World is specifically the talking point, because we went there and basically my dad at the counter was like, hey, what if we got like one person extra coming along? Do we have to like book their ticket now or what? And I was like, there's an extra person coming along? What? And then I was like, oh, it's gonna be Popper, like my grandfather. My grandfather's gonna be coming. He was in his 80s at the time. So my mum and dad just looked at me and were like, Cahir, no. It's your sister. Your sister's coming with us. I don't know why my mind went there first. I don't know why that was the first place I was like, oh, that makes sense. That was awkward. I think it was more just funny from what I remember. Next, can you play the Hue battle theme in the background? This is just kind of a set playlist. I don't really have much control over it. And anyway, I prefer more chill themes anyway. Like, a battle theme would be very intense. So I choose more like town and city and mystery dungeon music, because like it's more background music than like an intense battle theme. You gotta make sure like the music in the background of a stream is nice and chill. You don't want that to like it's more of like a backing track to me talking. Because I don't like just streaming in silence. Because then if I am silent for a moment, there'll be nothing going on for a bit. And I don't like that at all. But like, all at the same time, I don't want it to be like something that overpowers my voice. Which is why I kind of hate that one Black and White song that's really loud for no reason. It's so much louder than all the others. I keep on thinking, wow, I need to remove that. And then I forget. But yeah, 13th floor drop. I also like the ones, I don't think I ever went on Tarot Terror, I'm not sure. Maybe I did? I can't remember. But I do know what I have been on, and that's like those ones that, there's like giant poles, and they've got like seats in a ring around them. And then you like buckle yourself in, and then it like takes you all the way up to the top, and then it drops you down. I like those ones. Those are fucking terrifying. But it's also nice because like at the top you get to see like the view of the whole park, you know? Like you get to like see everything for just a moment before your stomach is left about 50 meters above you. It's cool. Big fan. We're on every ride in the parks, including the extreme rides. Hell yeah, that's lucky. Because a lot of the times at parks like that, it's a bit too packed till I get a chance to, right? Like, I'm lucky with my ADHD, because I can, like, often get, like, fast pass and shit. But, even then, it's sometimes hard to, like, go on all the rides in a place. For obvious reasons. You guys ever watch Defunctland videos? Defunctland is like a good, like, proper, like... He basically just makes documentaries. You have a disability, so we're also able to skip through... advertisements! There's a second one! It's the same person! It's a fucking broadband company. God damn it! I know Dad wants to change broadband provider. I need to make sure my dad doesn't change to them out of spite. Out of rage. Out of fury at them advertising for me. Unbelievable. But yeah. What was I saying? Defunctland, yeah, he basically makes documentaries. It's really cool. I'd recommend watching a few of them, because he made one about Disney's Fast Pass stuff, which was really interesting to, like, watch. To, like, show how the system just kind of fundamentally was a bad idea. If you got an advertisement, you're smited with the X button. That's fair. The issue is if I press the X button, it would shut down my, like, stream stats monitoring page and the playlist. And also, I think... No, it wouldn't shut down the chat box. But it would shut down everything else, and that'd be irritating. I don't know. I hope that they don't start adding more ads to the beginning of YouTube videos. Because, like, I don't have to worry about it on my PC because I use an ad blocker. I mean... Well, yeah, because I use an ad blocker. But, like, on my phone... Like, at the beginning of, like, a video or something... It'll sometimes just try to play, like, 15-second ads or something ridiculous. I just keep on, like, closing out of it until I can get, like, either a skip ad or just, like, one ad that's, like, 5 seconds. It feels like they're testing the water sometimes, though. It feels like they're trying to see what, like, the exact length of advertisements for a video is needed for someone to actually watch the video. You know? Try skipping the ads by closing the video and opening it up again. You got 10 20-second ads. 10? I wouldn't have put up with that. I would have just gone out of it again. YouTube can suck my ass if it ever gives me 10 ads in a row. I will figure out how to get a mobile phone ad blocker if it starts trying to do that shit. How do you feel about the new YouTube CEO? Reckon he'll be pushing Metaverse? I fucking hope not. I don't know. What I do know is I might have to stop swearing soon if this guy does get what he wants. Because apparently he doesn't actually want swearing on the platform. Which, I don't know if you guys notice this, but I swear a bit. I need to, like, figure out how to censor myself. But the issue is I know if I censor myself, I'll also start censoring myself in real life. But I do like the idea that RT Game had, which is using YouTube as a swear word. Because then, like... What, are they going to ban your video because you say the name of the platform in it, huh? Huh? Seems a bit silly to me, hmm? But yeah, I fear that there'll be this YouTube NFT shit as well. Hopefully not. I mean, I feel like not at this point anyway. I feel like, what was it called? My brain. I feel my brain. I don't feel my brain. I feel like NFTs are probably like a thing that you can't really push anymore. To like any big degree. I think probably the last big NFT project is probably going to have been that Donald Trump one. Because, like, it was Donald Trump doing it, you know? Like, I think at this point the general public consciousness is very unaware about NFTs again. Like, they're just that one thing that happened last year. Like, in general, the only people who still care about it is, like, crypto bros. Don't give a shit, I mean crap about, CEO of YouTube. You see, I have to, because I stream. I use the platform, so I do not have that luxury. I have to be at least vaguely aware of what shit things he might try to enact. Now, there's a backlash around it. Though Square Enix is apparently going for it. That's a shame. Ash passed away from a shop? Oh. That's not fun. But yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like nowadays, except in like specific circumstances, NFTs aren't profitable in general. Like, if Square Enix do go through with it, they probably won't earn that much from it, I don't think. The stupid catfish pretending to be your friend tried FaceTiming you again? Personally, I'd pick up. I'd love to talk to a catfish. Like, what opinions would a catfish have to say? I think it'd be like blah 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 blah. You know, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you understand, like, do you understand what I mean when I say that, you know? Because, like, imagine, you're still talking with a catfish. And it's catfish. Catfish are cool. I recently learned that, like, one of my more favorite species of fish is, like, actually a kind of catfish, and that's the glassfish. Like, they just put their camera in the toilet while doing it. Well, it's a catfish. It needs water to survive, doesn't it? Sure though, can't you just block the number? Would that not solve the issue? So what do you bring on your team? Ride the Sandshore, or Splinter the Ratster, Plant the Bellsprout, or James the Meowth? Meowth. Meowth is cool, I love Meowth. Yeah, lots of whales for stuff like Final Fantasy. That's a good point. And, like, I feel like if things like Fire Emblem Heroes and Genshin Impact or anything, prove anything, then, what was it called? People are willing to fork out a lot of money for JPEGs. They're from your year. Still block them, it'd be funny. Or act like you've changed your number. And then give them, like, a fake number. Like, that one, like, thing that, plays are like, and his name is John Cena! When, like, you try to call it. That'd be funny. John Cena moment. John Cena moment. 侥幸係張喎. So do you bring... I still vote for Meowth. Regice. I feel like an innate need to watch the end of the, Can't see him. He is not there. Right. I'm going to take a drink quickly. I keep on nudging my massive box of polos. I was like, I'll put them here on my bookshelf and that'll be fine, but I keep on nudging them. And if I nudge them too much and it falls onto the floor, then they will all pour out all over the floor and then I'll have to pick them up. And that's not fun. That's not fun at all. Maybe at some point I need to ditch all my, like, school stuff. Because I still have all of my school stuff on my bookshelves. I don't need it. Maybe I should get some boxes and put it into some boxes or something. Because, like, I guess that's, like, better than... Well, not better than throwing it out, but, like, that's a step towards throwing it out. Because, like, I'm not gonna need it, but my mind's like, what if I need it? What if it's gonna come in handy? You know? Like, you ever do that with, like, shit that, like, you fundamentally don't need anymore. But, like, there's that part of you that's like, what if I do? What if I do need it? Even though you will not need it. I can live my life fine without it, but, like, what if I don't? What if when I'm 45, the police come knocking on my door and are like, CahirLIVE, we need evidence that you did mathematics on July 2nd, 2014. How will I give them evidence if I threw the books away? I can't. I gotta keep it. It's important. Trust me. Pass them a calculator. That's actually such a good point. Dude, I always find the jokes funny how teachers, like... I guess they probably don't do it anymore. But, like, back when I was younger, teachers still used to, like, use the phrase of, like, oh, well, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket when, like, trying to convince you to do, like, mental maths and shit. And, like, but nowadays you do. Nowadays you do always have a calculator in your pocket. That's a thing now. They were wrong. They were fundamentally incorrect. And I find that funny. I find that very funny. It's cool though. Having a calculator in your pocket is a good thing. Although mental maths is like a decently useful ability. Oh yeah, most younger gen guys won't know about that. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I bet that's just not really a phrase that you can say again. CahirLIVE is using his mathematics? No, I wouldn't use mathematics. I promise. I don't know anything about maths. 1 + 1? Don't fucking ask me. X? I thought that was a letter, not a number. X equals 1? I thought it equaled like 24 because it's the 24th letter of the alphabet. That makes more sense to me. Right. Nah, bro, 1 + 1 is 69 for 20 genius. Oh, that's the funny... Those are the funny internet numbers. I get that. I know that, because I browse Reddit. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just shut down. They never tell you how x equals 1, though. How did they assign that value? Maybe x wants to be 2. Exactly. Did they ask it? Did they ask x how it feels about the situation? X equals 1. Says who? Says you? Who else is saying x equals 1? Who else in this room? Who else in the world is saying this? Because, like, I don't know about you, but, like, me and that guy there, we think x equals 5. And we think you're wrong. And, like, that's 2 against 1. So, I don't really think that you've got many legs to stand on here about this, you know? I don't really think that, like, you've got much of, like, a standing ground. Shaking my head. I don't know, I feel like we should have started to suspect that there was something wrong with maths. When it started introducing the concept of sin, Devil's subject, I tell you. Me? I only do subjects respected by God. Like, Missy had to deliver her opinion then. You're gonna step X from being the 5 it wants to be? Exactly. Exactly. Despicable. Despicable. Pi exists. That's a good point. Pi. You see, it's funny. See, it's funny because pi kind of sounds like pie, like the dish, like pi, like the number used to calculate stuff about circles. Kind of sounds like pie as in like the dish with like pastry and like a good filling, you know. And like, I personally would steal a pie off of a windowsill, being left out to cool down. I would smell it. I would I would float over to the pie, and then I would steal it. Given the opportunity, I would do this. And, now who's got pie on their face? I mean, I guess if you have a really round face. Finn the human. I've been seeing a lot of Adventure Time stuff. I think it's because I've actually been seeking out Adventure Time stuff now I think of it. No, I feel like it's not just because of that. I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of Adventure Time stuff recently. I cannot get out of my head the fact that if the Adventure Time Minecraft special came out a year later, I think that shit would have been, like, bananas. I think everybody would have been talking about it. Like, I think that Adventure Time Minecraft special came out just a bit too early. Society wasn't ready for the Adventure Time Minecraft special. And now, no one talks about the Adventure Time Minecraft special. And that is shameful. Because it's an Adventure Time Minecraft special. It's a good one. It's a very good one. Great. But yeah, Adventure Time's good. I like Adventure Time. Part of me like wants to rewatch Adventure Time, but another part of me is where it's very long. Just froze for a second drinking water. Yeah, no, that always happens. Do you not freeze when you drink water? You gotta like stay still, otherwise it won't flow into your mouth, innit? And that would be unideal. Because then how are you gonna drink if it's not going into your mouth? Got to go. Bye. Fair enough, Aimwise. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Right. It was pretty cold. Exactly. Exactly. Alright. I've been playing Genshin again recently. I think I mentioned this a couple of times, but yeah, I've been playing Genshin again. Which is fun and all. But it's funny doing quests and stuff, because like there are so many NPCs who are just like actually like really muscly and stuff. But like all of the actually playable characters, none of them have muscle ever. Like, I wonder if we're actually gonna get like a properly muscly built character. Because like we've got characters like Ito and Alhaitham, but like they've got muscle. But, like, they're not, like, brick shit houses, you know? Like, Jabrail from the Golden Slumber quest. Like, that guy? True, Ito needs his muscles back. He does. He does. Ito deserves it. It is abysmal. Hopefully we do get a little more, like, body types of characters in Genshin. They nerfed him from his beta model. Oh shit, I didn't even know. I didn't even know, like, he was more muscular in his beta model. I thought people were just saying it because, like, he's clearly meant to be muscular. But wait, I want to look at this now. I want to see how muscular he was in it. I am nosy. Ito beta design. Oh my god. For real? Like, actually? Oh wait, no, I think that was a fan-made thing, never mind. I was looking at it like, holy shit, but I think it was just a fan-made one. Like, they should though. But I don't think they're gonna, because like it's already in the game, and I think they'd have to like redo a bunch of stuff. But like I hope at least in the future we get like actually like muscular male characters. Just because that's cool as hell. It's cool. But I'm guessing the reason that they're on is because multiple studies done have confirmed that like in general, people find more like skinny, androgynous boys more attractive. So they want to more appeal to that demographic than other demographics. So we'll have to see. It just annoys me because, like, there are characters in the game, they're just not playable. They're there, but no, you're not allowed them. They just have to be cool side quest characters. Which is not fun. Things like Rosaria's boobs got nerfed and stuff. Oh yeah, I saw that. Which is surprising. I'm surprised that's the thing that they, like, willingly went back on. Like, of all things. Alright. I'm gonna do this encounter, then I'm gonna go to the toilet quickly. I will be back after that, though. Alright. But yeah, you did 20 pulls on the weapons banner? Hell yeah, how'd that go? Alright. Yeah, I'm going to go after this. Not shiny, okay. BRB. And we are back. Let me just pull the doodads back up. Reggie pissed GG, hell yeah. Got a lithic blade that you'll probably never use? Understandable. Yeah, no, I'm trying to get like another 10 pull on the Yelan banner, just because I want to try and scooch out that C6 Beto. Because, like, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. If I don't get it now, I'm probably not going to get it for, like, ages, so I feel like I should try. I should make an attempt at getting it now, but who knows? Probably not, knowing my luck. I'll probably get another constellation for Sing Show or something. Because that's what I got with Mona. Alright, I'm just having mint now. From like my old batch, not my new one. It's like the smell of mint in the air has got me thinking of mints. And I wouldn't mind a polo anyway. Who doesn't love a good polo? I love a good polo. Big polo fan I am. Although this has been clarified. Alright. Want to hear a joke? Shoot, what's the joke? Right. I watched a video on speedrunning Black and White today, which was fun. I don't know, I like the various rabbit holes that YouTube can like bring you down with varying bits of content. It's interesting. The Regime you're looking for is shiny logs. Oh god. Horrific. How do you make holy water? By boiling the hell out of it. Hell yeah. I like the one where the guy walks on and his friend frying up some twigs. The guy's like, wait, you can't do that, it's a non-stick pan. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah. Oh yeah, new season of Demon Slayer next anime season, which is cool. Are we getting near the end of this one, actually? I'm not sure. The only anime I'm really watching this season is To Your Eternity, which isn't even from this season. It's from last season. It's a good show. Last episode was like a big one. I liked it. A lot of different parts came together for it. Which was very fun. I'd recommend it. I've talked about it before actually, but I'm gonna recommend it again. And then other than that, next season, Demon Slayer, which is hype. I'm looking forward to that. Fucking love me a good bit of Demon Slayer. And Dr. Stone, which is good. Feels like it's been ages since the last bit of Dr. Stone. Missed it, man. Missed it. What does the drummer call his two daughters? And a one and a two. Alright, I got a long one, but I like it. So... I told this one up multiple times, so you might have already heard it, but fuck you, I'm telling you it anyway. So... A guy and his girlfriend, they go to this party. They go to this massive party. They get there, and the guy's like, alright, you take a seat. You take a seat, babe. I'll go and get some drinks. So he goes to get them some drinks, and the line, there's like a massive line. So he waits through the line. It's like a 5-minute wait. It takes quite a while for him to get the drinks. But eventually he gets them and he comes back, he takes them back to his girlfriend. He's like, alright, here you go. And she's like, you know, babe, I'm getting a bit hungry. Do you mind getting me a snack? And he's like, yeah, sure. I was getting a bit hungry as well. I'll go and get something. So he goes off. He goes off to go and get some crisps. Get some crisps with them. But he gets to the bar again this time. This time the line is doubled in length. It's like a full 10-minute wait. It takes ages. He's getting quite cranky by the end of it. But eventually he gets to the end. He gets the crisps and he takes them to his girlfriend. But by the time he gets there, she's already finished her drink. And she's like, babe, I'm really sorry to ask you this, but I finished my drink and I want another one. Do you mind going to get me some punch? So he's like, yeah, sure, babe. I'll go and get you some punch. I'll go get you some punch. And he goes and there's a punchline. I love that joke. It's a bad one, but a bad one in a good way, I think. Patterrz evolving, hell yeah. Right. It's kind of whack that there's going to be a... Ooh. Okay, let's not jump any guns. There's probably going to be a Pokemon Presents next week. You can use them in battle. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that. But yeah, odds are we are getting a Pokemon Presents next week. What if there was any spin-off brought back? What guys would you want to see? What would you want to see? What would you guys want to see? What spin-off would you like to see return to the Nintendo Switch? Any spin-off throughout the franchise's history. I think I'd go with Ranger, honestly. Because, like, as much as, like, a new Mystery Dungeon would be cool, and I do want a new Mystery Dungeon, we've not seen Ranger in ages. How many tickles to make an octopus laugh? Tentacles. I don't know why my mind was like, but they've only got 8 when you said that. Like, I was like, wait, no, they've only got 8. But no, yeah, it does make sense. I'm just not. Pokemon Smail. Huh? What's that? But yeah, I hope we get, Smile. Oh, Smile! Another update for Pokemon Smile. No, yeah, that's what we need. Thinking Pokemon Coliseum. That would be fair, although how do you think that would work? Because at this point I feel like a lot of like what the main games tend to have kinda is what Coliseum has, you know? So like, would you rather that just be like part of the DLC for Scarlet and Violet? Or like, how would you expect that game to shape out? I don't know, I was thinking it'd be fun if they like did it so it was like a cheaper game that was like Pokemon Stadium, Coliseum, that kind of thing. Not Coliseum, sorry. Stadium specifically. Basically, let me get my thoughts in order. It's like, yeah, it had all the stuff from that, but like you could, every single Pokemon was in it, all of the Pokemon. And it had the stuff like the Battle Frontier as well as like other stadium stuff. Would be interesting to making a full adventure with the snag mechanic. That's fair. Okay, you meant like that. No, that's fair. That's fair. It would be, yeah. It's like the issue is at this point is that everything that was like unique about Coliseum I feel like is like very much present in main games except like the snag mechanic and the double battles. So it'd be interesting to see how they'd handle something like that. But yeah. The issue is I think it'd be a lot more limiting of a game. Like, I think they'd have to lean into that. But, like, Colosseum as a game doesn't really give you the same team building options. Oh, although do you mean, like, you can steal any Pokemon instead of just a Shadow Pokemon? I mean, I'm guessing that's what you mean by saying Rocket Red. That would be cool, to be fair. That would be cool. A game where you play as the villain. Although, honestly, I hope they wouldn't do Rocket Red, because, like, we've been to Kanto enough now. Maybe, like, Rocket Gold. That would be a fun way of them doing it, actually. That'd be a very cool way of them doing it. True, it's a catchy name. It's a catchy name. I agree with that, but I think it'd be like better in like Johto, because it'd be a cool way to do a Johto remake. Instead of just the basic. But honestly, dishonestly, actually. No, yeah, honestly, I'd be interested to see what, like, more of the Legends series we might get. Because, like, when you think about it, Legends Arceus is kind of a remake of Diamond and Pearl. Like, as a game. It's, like, very much... Fundamentally, it's kind of like they split Auraz, or like Auraz's elements, into two, where one was a faithful remake to the original games, BDSP, and the other was an unfaithful remake to the original games that kind of like invented its whole new, like a whole new plot that kind of stuck loosely to the original, kind of like the changes they made to the plot in Auraz and also the Delta episode. So I'd be interested to see if Legends games, other than that, would still kind of stick to that kind of idea. Because it'd make you wonder, like, how, like, a Legends Mew or a Legends game set in Kanto would work. Because... Did I say Let's Go or did I say Legends? I think I said Legends. But yeah, like, a Legends game, like, set in Kanto. Like, would that be about, like, dealing with... I feel like a game like that would be like best set in like feudal Japan, honestly. Well, not like set in feudal Japan, but like kind of modelled off of feudal Japan. Like the time of samurai and stuff. Like, because, I don't know. I appreciate what the Legends Arceus did, but it'd be really cool for them to try to like bring in new ideas to the Pokemon franchise in general. Where like, a lot of the stuff that we come to like expect from the series is kind of like a different in fundamental ways. Kind of like what Legends Arceus was, but Legends Arceus felt like the epitome of a catch-em-all game. And like a departure from that idea into maybe more of like different ways of telling stories and such. Maybe you play as Mr. Fuji. That would be interesting. It'd be interesting, though, because we could see, like, Ariana and Silver's ancestor. Although, I guess that is kind of... What's-her-face? There's kind of implication that the Mars ancestor in Legends Arceus is also, like, Silver and Ariana's ancestor. Which I think would make sense. I've always imagined that, like, Mars is, like, at least, like, a cousin to Silver, if not directly related. Maybe, like, an aunt or a big sister. Because like they look very similar. Undeniably similar. So like, while there probably will never be like any factual conclusive evidence, it's like a headcanon of mine that they're like siblings. And Mars just kind of left to Sinnoh, where she joined Cyrus in Team Galactic. I just think that would be cool. I'm not gonna like try to sell you on it as canon, because I don't think there's enough factual information there for it to be canon. But headcanon, that it is. Very much so. It'd be interesting to see them mess with our perspective a bit more of like the game as well, though, because like Volo was a great twist villain, because you kind of aren't expecting him to be, because you know who Cynthia is, and like you don't necessarily think, oh yeah, obviously like the hints are there with Silene being a good guy, and especially when like Kamado is a bad guy. But yeah, I'd be interested to see how other Legends games would work out, and I do hope they continue with them. But I guess we probably won't find out for a bit, because I doubt there's going to be a new main series game this year, instead of just the DLC. Spin-off, however, hopefully. Explores a Sky remake, Conquest 2. Or whatever ends up happening. Pokepark 3? I doubt we'd get a Pokepark 3. I don't know, I just hope they do another Switch spin-off. Because it feels like nowadays they're like less interested in doing Switch spin-offs as much as like mobile games. Like, I feel like odds are if we get anything new announced, it's just going to be another mobile game. And I don't really care for that. I'd probably like play it for like a day to check it out, but like not really after that. Like, I never really got into Masters. Though, to be fair, I never downloaded Cafe Mix, even. I don't know, games like that just don't really interest me at this point. Like, just kind of like a daily gimmick game. Like Candy Crush. Or like any of the many games that kind of hovered around. I don't know, I guess those games are more like kind of 2010s games style, though. I feel like there aren't that many of those kind of mobile games anymore. And hopefully because of that, Nintendo do go back to like... Not Nintendo, Game Freak do go back to like non-mobile games. Because like, I see the idea that they had that like, oh yeah, mobile games are the future. And there's still like a decent-sized mobile market, but I feel like there aren't really any new mobile games that kind of hit people like that. And I feel like the attention of the gaming community is a much more on consoles still. Like, it never really drifted away, so... True, you usually only pick up like free-to-play ones at a time. Yeah, and honestly, I've not really been doing much video gaming on my phone recently. Like, I sometimes dip into Fire Emblem Heroes, but I don't even, like, do the plot on that. I just, like, do a few summons and then get disappointed when I don't get a 5-star. Like, that's my, like, cycle of Fire Emblem Heroes at this point. I don't really do much with it. So that's Genshin for you. As in, you're only into Genshin at the moment. But yeah, no, like, I don't know, Genshin doesn't feel like a mobile game to me. Like, I feel like Genshin scratches a different itch to me than, like, a mobile game. And I've just not really got the urge to do much mobile stuff as of late. And I feel like that's just a general opinion, because I feel like people don't really talk about mobile games as much anymore. Like, I feel like the most talked about mobile game at the moment is, like, Subway Surfers. Because it's Subway... Because, like, of all the fucking Reddit videos with a text-to-speech thing over the top as it reads out, like, an Am I the Arsehole post from 10 years ago. With Subway Surfers in the background. Like, the worst gameplay of Subway Surfers you've ever seen in your life. I find it funny when it's like the Minecraft parkour ones and they fuck up horribly. And you're just watching in the background, completely distracted from the story that's trying to be told, as this person fails the simplest jump like 10 times in a row. And then finish it. They finally finish it, and then they just look around confused, like, where the fuck am I meant to go next? You'll find when you get through all of it, it's like daily log and stuff, and then the story each month. No, yeah, that's fair. I'm expecting it to be like that, but, like, also I need to grind for artifacts, and I'm expecting that to be, like, that's the reason I got back into it, is to grind for artifacts. Because, like, the issue is sometimes I get bored and I don't really want to do much, but, like, watch YouTube and stuff. So I can just slap on a video, but, like, I'm bored just slapping on a video. I'd rather slap on a video and have something else to do. And then I was like, oh wait, I can do Genshin Impact and grind for artifacts. But the issue is to grind for artifacts, I kinda need a good team. Which means I need artifacts. Pyramid scheme. Alright. I gotcha, you're not getting through those yet? I've not really tried much recently, to be fair. Maybe I need to go at it another time, but... Because, like, Engage came out, and I've not really been doing much. Like, I did the Ruin Serpent after I got Yelan. But, like... I still don't want to do the Oceanid on my own. Like, no, I feel like I could probably try it, but... And I realized, like, because I need to get Xingqiu and Mona to level 80 now. I need to get, like... 50 or so Oceanid things. Which is a lot. Yeah, 50, about 50. Especially since I have, like, none at the moment. But, you know, if I need artifact stuff, I will, thank you. Thank you for the help with that, by the way. But first things first, I'd rather get Oceanid stuff done. Because, I don't know, Mona has been great with my current team setup. Like, Mona combined with my current team is insane. And she's only level 40 at the moment. So that's very good. But Chi for Oceanid is building Lisa's to like 60 with like random artifacts. Oh, interesting. Maybe I will try that. Because obviously I do have Lisa. I got her new outfit. I realized her vision is oval. In her like original outfit, which is funny. I find that very amusing. Finicky! How goes it? I hope your week's been going well so far. Speaking of Mona, not Mona, Lisa. Finicky is the one who actively showed me that Lisa's vision is an oval. It goes. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're actually talking about Genshin Impact. As is obvious. And how I need to beat the Oceanid a bunch for Mona and Xingqiu now. You know that game? You do? That's crazy. But yeah. I completed the Golden Slumber quest last night. I like the ending of that quest. Like the runaway segment. That was cool. Although I find the invisible walls it kept on putting up annoying. It's like, yeah, walk through this invisible maze. Fuck you. But yeah, also, wait, I can't remember if I was talking to you about this, Finicky. But I got the Polo box. I've got 32 packs of Spearmint Polo now. Polo. I'm looking forward to digging into these. The mint with the hole. Oh. Congrats, thank you. I am proud of it. Is it very speary? It's so speary. I could stab someone with it. My room smells like toothpaste now. Which is funny. Violent. Very. Which I guess is good for this corner of the room especially. Because, like, I'm sat here often, so it means I get to smell nice spearmint. Yo. But I'm not sure my cat likes it. I don't know. I don't actually know how much she likes the smell of mint. Because I remember once I was, like, lying down with her, and I, like, breathed on her a bit, and, like, I just had a Polo, and she did not like that. She did not like the smell of mint. She immediately vacated the premises. But, maybe she likes spearmint more. Who knows? I don't know the psychology of my cat other than the fact that she likes to sleep about 20 hours a day. Sensitive nose and whiz, exactly, yeah. And it is, which I find whack. Like, apparently cats, like, hear things a lot louder than we do. Which surprises me that Missy likes to sleep in my room as much as she does. Especially when I'm streaming, you know? Like, because I'm, like, talking decently loud when I'm streaming. Like, that must be annoying for her. But no, she's fine. She just likes vibing in the corner. Vibing on my pillow. You think she has earplugs? Maybe. Maybe she does. Maybe that's the dub. Maybe she has earplugs. That would be smart, to be fair. I should check. I mean, to be fair, she does kind of, like... she does, like, curl up in a way where her head is, like, basically upside down, which probably covers one of her ears very well. She does a good job at, like, curling up. A very good job. Anyway. Hell yeah, Regice. Regice has a good noise, I think. I still find it funny that Regice, Regirock and Registeel, and maybe Regigigas just don't. BRB, puppy needs a poop. Have fun with the puppy poop. Dude. I used to have a... You know, I'll tell the story when Rob's back. Because it's a dog story, and he's got a puppy, so he'll probably enjoy hearing a dog story. Now I think about it, maybe you won't, because it's not that nice of a dog story, but it's a dog story. Wow, who doesn't love dogs? I love dogs. Dogs are cool. I'm more of a cat person. Well, no, sorry, no, I'm a tiger person. To be clear. But I like cats more than dogs. What's it called? Dogs are still cool. I'm not one of those people who, like, acts like dogs are inferior. I don't know, I hate people who act like one choice is inherently better than the other. You're like, oh, well, cats are arseholes, they scratch you. Like, okay, they have boundaries. You can't pick them up and squidge them whenever you want. And also they, like, get a bit aggressive when play fighting. Okay. I signed up for that. I know that's a thing. Dogs have the smelliest shits that you have to clean up. Like, they don't do it in a nice little shit box for you to just quickly put away. I think that's a worse thing than, like, the occasional scrape. Because, like, you can wash a scrape and it won't get infected if you're, like, smart about it. Most scrapes won't get infected to begin with, honestly. But dog shit? You gotta clean that up daily, you know? The dog shit's unavoidable. Getting scratched by the cat, easily avoidable. You know? And that's why cats are better than dogs. Because their shit is easier to clean. And generally smells less. That is the Cahir wisdom of the day. Co-wisdom. Yo, 1,200! Or 1,200. They should also brainwashes you, right? I think that's a plus. Yeah, no, definitely. To that being a plus, it does brainwash you. An estimated 50% of the population have brainworms from their cats. Or from cats. From cat shit. Which I find whack. Like, these little guys do be altering our biology. Well, not biology, psychology. To make us love them more. I bet that's a purposeful move on cats' parts, honestly. I bet they deliberately did that. That seems like a very cat-like thing to do. Not like my cat. I don't think she'd be smart enough to do that, but like cat stereotypes, yeah, definitely. Alright. It's funny because some songs on this playlist have enough dead space in them to make me think that they've stopped playing, like, entirely. Even though they haven't. Which means that, like, just, like, I always manage to click onto the tab right at the start of the next song. So I'm like, oh, it's not paused. But it made me think it had paused for just long enough that I got confused. That I got concerned for nothing. Unbelievable. Honestly, if I got into any game, I'd want to get into My Singing Monsters, to be fair. Like mobile games. Because My Singing Monsters seems fun. I've just never really got into it. Like that boom, doop, bum bum, doop. That shit's stuck in my head. Like, often. But, like, I just don't have the patience for stuff like that nowadays, you know? I used to have, like, 3 ongoing ones at once. I did, like, Night 1, I did Clash of Clans, I got into Boom Beach at one point, Sims Freeplay, Dragon Veil, all of it. Fingers in so many pies. Time to fight Lieutenant Surge, hell yeah, good luck. But yeah. I'm interested to see if we do get a bunch of advertisements like the Whopper song in a few months. You have 2 ground types. Oh, nice. That should definitely help. You got this then. I would be just surprised if Surge is the kind of guy to not have, like, much coverage outside of that. Sorry, back in, it's okay. Not completely gone. You usually have AirPods in, so you can still listen along. Ah, understandable, understandable. I shall tell a story then. I used to have a Bernese Mountain Dog. Is the start of the story. Well, the family used to have a Bernese Mountain Dog. And he was called Ziggy, and he was lovely. And he was big, and he was soft. And if you weren't paying him enough attention, he'd come and sit on your foot. So you gave him attention. Those things are huge. They are, and ours was like... Ziggy was like bigger than average as well. He was a big lad. But the issue is when he was still quite young, I think he was like 2 at the time, he had a stomach flip. Where like the dog's stomach twists over, and like that's like a very dangerous thing for like a dog to have. Like the ones with the barrel. Maybe? I know that the Irish president has one. And the Lars from like Old Town Road. He has a couple. So like if you just look up their dogs, you'll like be able to see him. But yeah, no. He lived, he survived. But like after that, I mean he had a very fragile stomach. So like it was a very common thing to like come downstairs to see that he had taken the most liquid shit on the floor, like in the morning. Like waking up and just smelling it and being like, oh no, it's happened again. So that was an interesting period of time. As we consistently tried to avoid him. And like, he's a Bernese Mountain Dog. I'm going to reiterate, Bernese Mountain Dog. This guy took a huge shits. And like, I do not deal well with bad smells. I guess I deal better with bad smells nowadays. Maybe I would deal well with it nowadays. Who knows? But I didn't when I was younger. And a sweep from Bob Jr., hell yeah. But yeah, nasty, not nice. But he was a nice dog. Loved that guy. Dad likes to move when she shits. So I can find it scattered around the garden. Oh no. That is... There you are. Okay, yeah. I was thinking that's also correct, isn't it? That must be a nice little Easter egg hunt then. Easter egg hunt to find it all. You're soon evolving Dwayne and Barbara? Hell yeah. Barbara, yeah. Alright. Bong, bong, bong. Dun, dun. It's crazy how calming the Jubilife Village theme is. I don't know, I found it funny when people were trying to, like, make theories and shit, like, suggesting Jubilife Village was actually CahirLIVE City. I don't know, I feel like sometimes Pokemon fans reach too into it. This is the Legends theme, yeah, this is, the Jubilife Village theme. But yeah, no, sometimes I think Pokemon theorists just try to look for stuff where there isn't. Like, I think sometimes there is something there, but, like, a lot of the time, Pokemon theorists are good at just making shit up. And passing it as fact. And then getting everybody hyped for a Kalos revisit that will never happen, where we visit the power plant to catch Volcanion. Where we'll get to go on the train to Southern Kalos via the train station. Because obviously that's gonna happen, right, guys? In Pokemon Z, we'll be able to go on the train station to Southern Kalos, right? Right? I don't know. Theorizing is fun, but I feel like it set everyone's expectations a bit high. Or we'll find Perfect Zygarde, that's a good point. Maybe that as well. Although I find it funny that that guy That guy ended up in, like, the next game. Like, in Sun and Moon is when you get Zygarde. Like, why is he in these ones? No, we're not going through another ad again! This is, like, the third one? I've Googled ad blocker into my search bar, so I will be getting ad blocker at the end of this stream. Because that is too much. Like, never have the ads been that bad. That is 3 ads during one stream. Generally, it's like 1. Why did he feel the need to cross the sea? Did he migrate? I've seen a theory that it's because he was, like, protecting... Like, he went there to protect Alola, basically. Like, he knew shit was going down, so he went over to Alola to help out. Which I guess makes sense to a degree. Like, he popped over there to be like, hey, what's going on? And then that's why Dexio and Cena were also there. And got turned into a doggo. I feel like that's more he can just do that. Deliberate choice on his part. It was a cool thing, though, being able to, like, slowly gather these cells and, like, combine them. And, get, like, a better and better... Like, I know you get Zygarde initially quite late into the game. But, like, there's, like, actual progress there in upgrading Zygarde. I guess that's kind of like Koraidon and Miraidon as well. I don't know, I'd like to see, like, the next Legendary kind of be like Zygarde in a lot of ways, though. Where, like, maybe you get to use them from the beginning, but, like, they slowly get stronger in battle as you go along. Although I guess that might be too similar to Koraidon and Miraidon, which is more or less the exact same idea. But I think Zygarde's a cool thing in Sun and Moon. And it's a shame they just entirely replaced it with totem stickers. Like, I guess they did it because they wanted a different scavenger hunt. Which is fair to a degree, but, like, I think Zygarde was still one of the cooler parts of Sun and Moon. Definitely a part those games have as an advantage over the sequel... Not the sequels, over the complete versions. I wonder if we'll ever get Legends of Lola and what that would be like. In Gen 8 we get Diglets, exactly. And Footprints. Don't forget the Footprints. Then we get Gimmighoul and Stakes. I wonder if we'll get another scavenger hunt in the DLC. I bet we will, actually. I feel like that we're gonna get another scavenger hunt in the DLC. Who knows, maybe if somehow the theorists are right, and we do go back to Kalos or to South Kalos or whatever the fuck, if that does actually happen, we'll get to do Zygarde calls again. I think that would be cool. But I'm not really hedging any bets for Kalos, the DLC. I don't think it will be. I really doubt it. Because, like, again, what are the odds we get, like, a whole other region added on to an open world, you know? I'll happily eat my words, but I don't think I'm gonna be. You have an Alakazam, hell yeah. Alright. Ugh. Maybe I'll end up ending today's stream a little bit earlier than normal, because I'm kind of tired. Kinda exhausted for whatever reason, I've not really done much today. I'm just kind of tired anyway. Which is annoying. Irritating. Alright. A lot of times this game is fucking insane. I always forget how slow it is until I'm actually, like, in it. Waiting for ages. I am surprised it's so... Well, I'm not that... Like, I'm used to it. By the way, you can trade with you because the emulator you're playing. Yeah, you mentioned. Alright. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get to like 1, 2... we're gonna end at 1, 2, 3, 4. I've realized I can do that. We're ending at 1, 2, 3, 4. That's when we're ending. I'm gonna get to 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'm gonna end. No matter what the time is, that'll be the end. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's cool. Who doesn't love a good bit of counting? Well, not me, I hate maths, but like, yeah. You've been waiting excitement for that number. Hell yeah. Well, you've arrived at the right moment to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Man, I am yawning. That's bonkers. That's whack. Crazy. Bazonkers. Anyway, I'm just saying shit. Alright, we'll be doing another Mario Kart Monday this Friday, by the way. Just for everybody's attention. We will be Mario Karting once more. And it will be very cool, and I would highly recommend being there. I don't know if we'll be finishing Ultra Min on Wednesday, though. I feel like we probably only got a couple of streams left. It surprised me how long that series has lasted. Like, I think that's probably one of my longest series. Like, just in general. I need to put it in a playlist. Like, I've not put my last few things in the playlists, and I need to. It's not good that I haven't. But I just haven't got round to it. But I do need to do that, because I think categorizing is important. Oh. Because if anybody ever wants to watch it back, then they're going to have to, like, scout through to find each bit. Right. Yeah, Ultraman is surprisingly long in comparison to most. It is quite. I think it's honestly a lot because of I'm also reading the dialogue. Like, I think if I wasn't reading the dialogue, it probably would have been, like, an average length stream, but, like, I'm serious, but, like, because I'm actively trying to replay it to its fullest. It's taking longer. The issue is this is also a really calming song, which is helping put me to sleep. Where are I thinking going next? I've got ideas. Although I guess at this point, if I do lose, I think I'm just not going to restart. Because I've beaten the main game. Rainbow Rocket's just kind of like a bonus. So if I lose during the Rainbow Rocket bit, I think I'm just going to go to my next series. But yeah, I think I might do Pokemon Ranger like the original. Like the original Pokemon Ranger. That might be a fun one to do. That would be the noise you get to hear throughout most of it, though, so get ready for that. I don't know, like, Mario kind of inspired me to, like, go on that train of thought, because a lot of people have nostalgia for that, I think, but like there's not really much content around it at the moment. So I feel like if I tag it right, then hopefully people will see it and they will come to watch it. I just did 2 fucking increments. That's cool. Been a fair few years since you've seen that. Exactly. That's my hope. That's more or less everyone's thing. So I can stand to get a fair few people popping Ninja in it. Because I don't know, the issue is like, as much as I fucking love Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, they're less popular as games. Like, people don't really have as many fond memories towards them. And because they're not current either, I feel like that's... meaning when people see them in their, like... what's it called? Recommendation feeds, they're not as keen to click it. So I'm hoping that, like, Ranger will be more of a thing to grab people's attention. As people are like, yo, I love Pokemon Ranger, because Pokemon Ranger is definitely one of the most beloved spin-offs. And honestly, my like decision to play it again is probably factoring into my desire to see another one in the franchise. But I've not actually played the first one before. I played Guardian Signs and Shadows of Almir, but I've not played the original, so that'll be a first, which will be fun. I don't actually know what goes on in that one. Not really. Well, to be fair, it's been years since I played through Shadows of Almir as well. Yeah, no, it's been ages. Because it was before COVID. Crazy. Oh, you've not played the sequel, just the first one, that's fun. So that's fun. Oh, interesting. No, yeah, I don't know, I think Shadows of Almir is very good, from what I remember. Guardian Signs has been a lot longer since I last played, so I don't really remember as much from it. There's, like, the Ranger designs are a lot louder, but I kind of like that. And, like, the riding mechanic, that's a very fun one, I think. Where you, like, get to, like, summon in various legendaries with the Guardian Signs, and they'll join you. I think that's a rather cool little feature. Riding around on a Raikou is very cool. Guardian Signs also has a multiplayer mode, which is interesting. Like, I've always wanted to, like, properly get into that, but, like, I've never really got the chance. Where, like, you can go into dungeons with multiple people. The issue is it's kind of made to go into with multiple people. It's like, you kind of, like, advance your, like, dungeons with, like, bosses at the end. And then after you've, like, beaten the dungeon, you can get, like, the boss Pokemon. Brain? Yeah, you can get the boss Pokemon once you've beaten them, basically. By the way, when you said you could trade him with your brother, fair enough. Is he doing a Nuzlocke as well, or? Like, are you going through together as Nuzlocks, or? Alright. He has the same emulator. No, yeah, I understand that. But is he also doing a Nuzlocke, or? Alright. But yeah, Ranger slabs. I fucking love Pokemon Ranger. It'd be interesting to get another Pokemon Rumble as well. Like, I did want to play Pokemon Rumble at one point, but I never got to because it lagged too much, which really annoyed me. Like, I was trying to play Super Pokemon Rumble, but, like, it just was horrendously laggy. And I don't know why. So I kind of never played it because of that. Which ended up being a shame. I doubt Ranger will be as well. I feel like there's less to be as laggy in Ranger, hopefully. I guess the issue with Ranger is more going to be like the stylus pad, but it's going to be fine. I can do circles with a mouse. I mean, not with a mouse. I'm not emulating. I wouldn't do that. Haha. Right. Oh, okay. Final stretch, final 10 encounters of the stream for Regice. Yeah, if the stylus part gets laggy, that'd be a definite issue. It would be quite, but I mean, it was less about the worry that it would get laggy and more like the translation of like me doing it on my mouse instead of with a stylus. Because like that could be harder, but it probably won't be that much harder. Anyway, maybe I should purchase a whole ass drawing pad. That sounds like a very reasonable solution to this issue, doesn't it? Using a drawing pad instead of a mouse. It's not like I'd have to fork over a lot of money for that or anything, no. I wonder if that would actually work, though. I bet it might. It should be whack. I guess it'd probably cost about a similar amount, but be more efficient to get like a capture card. Anyway. I won't be getting a capture card for a while, I don't think, though. Honestly, if the Switch does on it, like, the Pokemon moves the Switch has done anything right, it's the fact that, I think they're on 50 quid. Oh, that's a lot cheaper than I thought, but still. Too much money. But yeah, like, Pokemon coming to the Switch, I'd say, is controversial more because, like, people argue that the quality of the game's output is lower. But, what's it called? It's, like, bought content creation with these games to, like, a wider... More people can make Pokemon content, is what I'm trying to say, legally. More people can make legal Pokemon content without having to, like, emulate and do ROM hacks and stuff, which I think is a very good thing. Because, like, before you couldn't really get into Pokemon content creation with, like, non-emulated stuff. Because you needed to get, like, a capture card if you wanted to play the actual games. Or, like, have, like, a scuff setup, but now that's not a thing, which is nice. It's cool that it's a lot more accessible nowadays. Well, you still need a capture card, but, like, the capture card is cheaper than, like, a 3DS capture card, because for a 3DS capture card, you have to, like, mail it off. I don't think that's their servers anymore, actually, now I think about it. Because the 3DS isn't really a thing anymore. But yeah, I'll be interested to see, like, how Pokemon goes forward from here. It always makes me wonder, because, like... It feels like they were always a lot more ready to, like, make things for the handheld. Like, people argue that, like, the quality of games are lower on 3DS. I don't think that's really the case. I think that maybe some of, like, the gameplay philosophies of Game Freak have changed and shit. But, like... I don't think they're actually that much. Well, clearly, since I love Usum so much, I don't think they're worse at all. But... What was it called? I'd say undeniably on the Switch, like... Wait, no. I don't know, at points it does feel like they're not ready to make games on console, in comparisons like handheld. And I'd say the Scarlet Violet development cycle for that is, like, clear. But, I guess we'll have to see with the next game they make. I think that's the important thing to note, because I stand by this fact. Scarlet and Violet were developed during COVID, so... I think the next gen will be, like, the final telling thing, but... I guess best case... not best case scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time the next gen releases, the next console's out. So I guess it probably wouldn't even be on Switch. Assumably. I don't know. The Pokemon Company has kind of been weird with that in the past, I guess. With stuff like Black and White 2 and Usum releasing after the next console's already out. I mean, they did better with Legends. I don't know, I still think that there's a lot to be desired graphically with Legends. But... I'd argue that Sword and Shield are honestly the best Pokemon's looked on the Switch. Because, like, in general, even parts of the wild area, especially the latter two, do look really nice. But, it feels like Sword and Shield, they knew how much they'd be able to do in the time allotted. I feel like Sword and Shield weren't rushed as much as they knew how much to bite off. To me, it seemed more polished than both Sword and Scarby. I don't know, like, the rendering issue, like, the things popping in as you're, like, flying over the terrain kind of stood out to me. And, like, sometimes, like, textures and stuff would be, like, really low quality on characters, which kind of surprised me. Like, I think Scarlet and Violet does good in, like, the upfront stuff, often. Yeah, I think, Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus, I feel like Scarlet and Violet is, like, a bit better than Legends Arceus and, like, distant stuff, but Scarlet and Violet, I think, is, like, a decent chunk better than Legends Arceus and, like, close stuff. Because I think close stuff on Legends Arceus, while it did sometimes look pretty decent, like, also some of the textures just weren't as good. And I think in Scarlet and Violet, they're, like, a lot better. Anyway. Nope, it's not. Okay. Thought music had paused again. But no. Alright, final 3 encounters. Then we'll be at 1, 2, 3, and that's funny, so we'll stop there. Because I am kind of tired today. There's going to be me after stream. It's probably not. I'm probably just going to sit in my chair, but shush. Okay. Come on, Blue Boy. The issue is that that's also just calling regular Regice, so regular Regice will probably be more keen to come along. Right. Yo, this one's got good IVs. Honestly, one thing I can never stop thinking about is that one Patterrz clip where he's shiny hunting for Zekrom, and the shiny Zekrom appears, and he's like, nope, that's not, like, he looks away as the sparkle occurs, he looks back, he goes, nope, that's not shiny, and then he resets over it. That clip haunts my waking hours. Well, not my waking hours, my shiny hunting hours. Especially with something like Regice, or Slowpoke, as shown in the past. I'm going to be double checking when the shiny sparkles appear after stream, I think. Before next stream, at least. Like, I don't know. I guess, depending on whether Home comes out or not, on Pokemon Day, will depend on, like, whether I continue doing this hunt, or if I do another one. Because, like, after Home comes out, I'm going to do more shiny roulettes, I think. Alongside this, and then after I get this, I'm going to do... That's a capture here. I'm going to do more cursed hunts. Like, I don't think I've actually mentioned it yet. You know what, I'll mention it because it's the end of stream. I think the hunt I want to do next is for Professor Juniper's Shiny Minccino. As in, like, when you start Pokemon Black and White, Professor Juniper's Minccino can be shiny, and I want a shiny hunt for one of those. Because I think that'd be a fun thing to find and see. Like, I couldn't catch it, but, like, again, I never used my shiny, so it's more about the experience of finding it than having it. Like, a clip of me finding it, I think, is as valuable as a Pokemon in my PC. Anyway, final encounter. Nope. Okay. Let's... Yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this stream. Now we're at 1,234 encounters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 encounters. But I hope you all had a good time. I certainly have, even if I got a bit tired towards the end there. But yeah, was fun. Yeah, next stream will be this Wednesday, where we'll be doing the Rainbow Rocket post-game of Pokemon Ultra Moon. So I would highly recommend checking that out. And our next shiny hunting stream will be next week on Pokemon Day, which will be very cool, so I'd highly recommend checking that out. But yeah, I hope you all have great rest of your days, great weeks, I hope you all have great weeks, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye and good night.